Okay, so this is a stellar data recovery. Probably you've seen me before talk about it because that's kind of my go-to recovery software when I do the software side. And this time they approached me to actually make a video about it, and they sent me a professional license for this video. Besides that, none of the review parts or testing parts or whatever you see here is provided by them or reviewed by them before this video goes in front of your eyeballs. So we're gonna just download this software right here. I am actually quite familiar with Stellar because I've used them way before they approached me, but this time it seems quite sweet because my license was about to go out and they sent me a brand new license. But what it does, it actually grabs all the data that you have lost on almost any device. I've recovered stuff from micro SD cards, from SD cards, from USB flash drives, from hard drives, and all that good stuff. We don't need this part because we're gonna plug in the license. But basically, it does really a deep dive on recovery. It doesn't just do a superficial data that was lost yesterday. It seriously goes deep. It takes its time. That is something you would expect. So don't expect it to be a quickie in a good way. But it is a software that I would highly suggest because it simply works. When something works, I could care less what other colors and fancy things are around. Okay, so here's the software itself. And here you can do all the data if you want. Or for example, let's say you have a memory card from a camera. And you know in that camera is going to be only media files like videos and photos. Well, I suggest you select only photos and videos because otherwise it will grab even a lot of setup files and whatnot that has ever been on that card. So you shorten the time of the recovery. And if that card is only photos that you're looking for, then select only photos. I highly suggest you go this route because trust me, I've tried it to go the other route and it takes a long time depending on the storage capacity of that device, obviously. Now, for this video, we're just gonna do everything. I'm gonna plug in the license key that they gave me. And again, thank you to Stellar for actually providing a professional key. Absolutely appreciate it. And let me just hit this one and activate. Stellar data recovery activated successfully. Perfect. That's all I needed. And here you have other settings. So you can turn on or off preview if you want to. We'll see while it's recovering what the preview actually means. You can preview corrupt photos in safe mode. Now, when you turn on the preview, it will take a little bit more time because it's doing in real time a recovery and preview. So that means it's grabbing that file to show you. And then you have this one to select what file types you would like the software to go through. And you can add more if you want to, but so far they're all selected. I usually keep them all selected, but you can exclude whatever you want. And as you see, it goes even to tar files, which are zip archived files, suffix files, application formats you have right here, from Apple format to all the stuff that you can even think about. Mainly, I know a lot of people use it for photo, audio, and video, and documents, because, you know, those are what gets lost first. And in my opinion, I think you should leave them all on and then select slowly, where I told you here on the first screen, and select what you want. Anyway, then next on the settings, we have the file type edition. So if you don't know the file type, for example, that you want, you just select the group. Is the file type a picture? Is the file type a photo? I don't know. Is it a DMG file that Apple uses as application, for example? And you click application files, and you add the file wherever you have it just to see and try to catch it. So then you can edit the file type and check if it's what you're looking for, and so on and so forth. These are kind of deeper technical parts of the software, but there's absolutely nothing to be scared about because it's really easy. You can write the software name that you're looking for, the extension name, like I said, for example, .dmg would be one of them, or .exe, header, offset, and all the stuff that you would be looking for. And here's a resume recovery. So when you are recovering something and you don't have time, believe me, there have been times that I've been recovering hard drives that are, let's say, 10 terabyte. I remember one time that took 2.5 weeks because I was recovering every single thing on it. And just as you can imagine, on a spinning disk, it's a mechanical drive 10 terabyte, that takes time. And at some point, we had a storm that I had to actually shut down the computer. So I just had to stop the process and save the stellar file, a recovery file on the side, and come back here, add that file that was, the process, and resume recovery. So you don't lose all that a week and a half that you were recovering. That's really cool. And then here you have the updates for the software itself that we don't have any. You have software upgrade. If you have a different key, for example, from professional, you can go to enterprise or whatnot. You enter that key and you upgrade to the next level. And here where you choose your languages and the helping guide that takes you to the website on how to do exactly what I just told you so far. And that's pretty much what's on the settings side. You can create a disk image. Let me just put it really quick, just as an example that you can create that image. And the disk image is exactly what you would think is a disk image. That creates an exact replica of the drive or a partition that you wish to recover data from to speed up the process. I don't usually do it, but you can if you want to. I myself just go straight, raw dog in it. And here you have more advanced settings after you click which drive you want to go through. But I'm not going to do it here, but just goes to show you that the option is here. And besides that, you have recover from disk image that you created, of course. Resume recovery, submit support ticket if you have any problems. And you can check the about on what's your version, what operating system, all that good stuff. So let's get straight to the cheese and skip the Mac here. We're going to plug in a simple USB drive. Let me see if I have anything tiny because I really don't want to sleep here. Let me find some of the smallest things in existence. Okay, so we're going to do all data on this one. Not the best for timing, but in these, I'm not going to do any of these because as you see, these are 6 terabyte, 10 terabyte, 2 terabyte. These are my main drives. And now you have lost drives as well. Yes, you can do that if you have a drive that's actually not showing up, or you have like this one, 120 megabytes. This one is part of my docking station. Yes, it had, now it doesn't. It had drivers and software inside itself. I'm not going to do this one, but that's where you would usually find the lost drives that you have got rid of because you're too smart, just like me. And I just inserted a drive that should not have a lot on it. Okay, and we're gonna get out of here really quick and get back into rescan. Yep, it's this one, only 1 gig. Because I really don't want to take too much. HP Tools, it just has, right now, let me show you the folder. Why am I talking? That's what's on this HP Tools. It's just a file, that's a BIOS file for something, and that's all it is on it. Let's see, what else can we find? Do we get the cookies? This one here, hit scan, and here scanning completed. This is just a few things. This drive has never really been used that much, but But you have file types right here, HP Tools, and looks like it found this file and another one that I had before that has been deleted. So, let's say you didn't find what you're looking for here. Well, after this phase is done, hit here, deep scan. Now this is the one that goes really out there. Click it. And this one goes to the real depths of the drive and see if there's anything that's even possible to recover. And we're gonna let this one recover. As you see, it's 6% right now, phase 1 out of 7. And we're gonna let it go and come back when it's towards the end because really this takes a long time and it does a real deep scan. Let me turn off the preview because we want to speed it up a little bit more and we'll get right back at you. And all the data that is possibly recoverable is here, which is way more than I thought actually. I did not think there were so many things inside here, but hey, looks like I was wrong. There's a lot of raw data, PDF. Well, let's go to file type because here you can see if you have audio files, photos, archive files, text files, documents. Look at that. So we have more than we thought on this USB drive. Looks like we're discovering cookies. Look at that. I'm surprised actually. There's a lot of stuff here, and to recover it or to actually grab that data, you have to select them. I'm gonna select them all because I want them all, and or you can do the all here in 3 view. That's up to you. Click recover and select the folder. Before we select the folder, advanced settings, you can create them in individual zip files, meaning these folders in zip files, or you can zip them all together in one zip file if you are tight for space. But I highly suggest just go with raw, even though you will never save them on the same USB you're recovering from. Absolutely never do that. It's not gonna work. Save the files on a separate drive or your internal drive or whatever, just not on the USB that you are recovering these files from. You have more recovery options to exclude deleted, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but I always do all files and folders include deleted. Here you can add folders to what else to put in here. We're not gonna mess with that, but you get the point. Here, we're gonna select the folder where we're gonna put all this stuff, and we have this folder called Stellar Recovery. I'm gonna take the root out, and I'm gonna select folder and start saving. And the saving process, it depends on how many files and how big your drive is. That's just how it will work. Sometimes it will take a long time if your drive is really big, or if the drive is small like this one, just give it a few minutes and it should be ready to go, and we'll get right back when these files are successfully recovered and copied to our folder right here. Okay, so all the data now has been recovered from that tiny USB drive, and here's inside the root. And if you go here, you have all the data, including the file we had initially. That's all we had on this USB, and you have a lot of stuff here actually to go through, and I'm not going to open files because of course they're mine. You have the raw data, you have PDF, you have PNG files, somehow games, and an Italian flag, wave files, which is just some kind of audio. This is 2020. Yeah, that's not a year. And zip files that only God knows what's on them. Anyway, we're not going to bother with that. So we know that Stellar actually does a great job. It is worth every single penny. And yes, I've been using Stellar, as I told you, way before they actually approached me to do this video with a license that they provided. But I still use Stellar, whether they give me the license or not. So I'm really happy with them, and I've been using them for years, and I've never been let down. So link will be down in the description. It's not an affiliate link, so that is how it works, and we'll see you next time. I hope you like this video and learned something from it. Please share it with someone that you think might benefit from it, and like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye!